What do the elderly in China live on after retirement? And what happens when they get sick? Honestly, I never really sat down and did the math on this until the day my mom muttered over the phone. The health insurance premium went up again this year. You've probably seen plenty of discussions about China online. GDP growth, the real estate bubble, youth unemployment. Those numbers, to tell you the truth, feel pretty far removed from daily life. Today, I want to take you in through a very specific lens: elderly care in rural China. What an ordinary rural family is truly going through. Hi everyone, I'm Xueli. Welcome back to my channel. I picked up my daughter from school a little early today. This afternoon, we're heading back to my hometown so I can help my mom pay her pension insurance. Passing by a fruit stand, an old granny was picking out loquats. Chatting with the vendor in a tone so familiar, they seemed to have known each other for years. From their conversation, I learned the vendor was a fruit farmer from Tianjin. Tianjin, about 300 kilometers from where we are. He said the pick-your-own orchards were really struggling this year. Nobody came to pick, nobody came to buy. So he had no choice but to load up a truck full of fruit and drive to nearby cities, selling it, basket by basket. Today's lunch is wonton soup with preserved eggs and cucumbers. My husband says what I made is dark cuisine. After lunch, we drove back to the place where I grew up. One of the most ordinary villages in northern China. No trendy check-in spots, no cafes, no food delivery. Just rows of single-story houses, a few concrete roads, an empty nest elderly forever sitting in the alleyways, soaking up the sun. The wheat was ripe when I got home. In China, how much pension you get after retirement basically depend on the identity you had when you were young. To put it simply, there are two systems. The first one, urban employees. If you had a formal job in a city, your company paid into Social Security, paying in for a full 15 years, and after retirement, you get a monthly payout. How long you contributed and how much you contributed decide how much you receive. The second one, urban and rural residents. Who falls into this? Farmers or people in cities without a formal job. My mom is in this category. Same age, same country, live in a village or live in a city. And the treatment you get in old age is two entirely different worlds. And it's not because you were lazy. My parents were born in the 1970s. In their whole lives, they never had a formal job. No contract, no social security, no pension, nothing at all. My dad worked on construction sites, not as an engineer, not as a foreman, just the lowest level laborer. A little over 100 yuan a day, but there wasn't work every day. My mom never rested a single day in her life. She farmed, did odd jobs, raised the kids. The calluses on her hands are thicker than a coin. But she never had a formal job, no contract, no social security account. So when she reached retirement age, she could only go down the urban-rural resident path. But when you get old and can't work anymore, with no pension and no savings, what do? There's an old Chinese saying, raise children to guard against old age. In translation, you have kids so that someone will take care of you when you're old. I have a younger sister. My husband is an only child. If neither set of parents has a pension, the two of us will have to shoulder the medical expenses, living costs, emotional support, and daily care of 4 elderly people. Now, with improved living standards and medical care, the average life expectancy has risen to 77.9 years, which means that married young people today are not only responsible for supporting both sets of parents, but also both sets of grandparents. On top of that, there's a child in school, one who is still nursing, and maybe a 30-year mortgage and a 10-year car loan. This is the pressure faced by middle-aged people in China. This is our reality. To lighten the burden a little, my sister and I made a decision to pay more into my mom's pension. My mom is 56 this year. In China, female employees retire at 50, flexibly employed women at 55, and rural residents at 60. My mom falls into the last category. She has 4 more years to go. During these 4 years, we can make a supplementary payment, 16,000 yuan per year, totaling 64,000 yuan over 4 years, about 9,400 US dollars / 8,200 euros. After paying that once, she turns 60, she can receive a pension of 700 yuan a month. Is it worth it? Not sure, but what did I do first? I went to my local social security office to ask, can we make extra payments? How does it work? Is it a good deal? Then I tried doing it on my phone, opened Alipay. In China, everything from making doctor's appointments, paying fines, to buying a cemetery plot can all be transacted on your phone, all within this one app. Searched for urban and rural resident pension insurance payment, entered my ID number, did a facial recognition scan, chose the contribution tier, and paid. The whole process took about 3 minutes. No lines, no paper forms, scan, face scan, done. Honestly, it really is convenient. But convenience aside, once you walk out the door, the real question begins. After paying 64,000 yuan, how much will we actually get back? 700 a month. A principal of 64,000 yuan will take about 7 years to recoup, provided my mom lived to 67. The hospitalization reimbursement rate for urban and rural resident medical insurance is generally 50% to 70%. But that's only for expenses within the policy scope. Then it counts. Last year, my dad had kidney surgery that cost around 80,000 yuan in total. He could get roughly 35,000 reimbursed. The rest comes out of your own pocket. But it really does ease some of the burden for ordinary people at the bottom. My mom has never received a pension in her life, even if it's only 700. It will be the first time she gets a sum of money that's truly hers, arriving on time every month. That, to be honest, I think is worth it. What's the pension and healthcare system like in your country? What do retired people live on? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!